Hello everyone, I'm Abhijit. Today we are going to discuss about page object model in Selenium and what are the benefits of using page object model. So page object model is a design pattern in Selenium where we consider each web page as a class file. All the elements related to that particular web page are put under one class. So let's take an example of a web page where we have a login page. So we will put all the elements of that particular login page into a separate class file, and we will write test cases in a separate class file. So in this way it increases the reusability. We can use that page class, particular page class, in different test cases. It increases the maintainability. The test cases and page class are separated from each other, so definitely it is going to help us in maintaining the class files, and it increases readability as well. So we are writing the web elements of that particular login page into a separate class file. So in future if I come back to see my code, I'll definitely get to know that okay, this is the login page, a class file, and all the elements of that particular login page are here in this class file, and the test cases are interacting with this particular class file. So this is going to help user in understanding the code as well. So for this page object model I have created a demo application. So I will show you what exactly it is and how it works. So this is the demo application. I have to provide username, password, and simply click on the submit button. So let me enter the username, password, and I'll click on submit button, and this is the main page of my demo application. So that's it, it's a simple application. So if I write simple straightforward codes in Selenium, so it will look something like this, right? System.set property, I am using Chrome driver here and I am providing the Chrome driver location. Then WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver, then maximizing the window, then driver.get, I am providing the URL of that particular web page. Here it's a HTML page. Then I'm finding the username and providing the username here, then finding the password button, password text box, and providing the password here, then simply clicking on the submit button. So let's see how it works. So Chrome driver started successfully. It's going to maximize the browser now, and yes, it provided the username, password, and it hit the submit button. So that's it. So if we want to use page object model, so what we are going to do is like we are going to take all these elements, username, password, and submit button, and we are going to keep it in one class file, and we will write our test case in a separate class file, and we will use that particular page class file in that test case. So let's see how it works and how it will look like. So let me create a separate class file for that login page. So here I am creating a new class file. Let's name it as login class. Finish. Yes, here is our login class. So what we will do here is by username equals to by dot, so we will see if we have any ID or class name or name available for this username. So let's inspect. So username has ID here, so we'll copy this and let's go to our Eclipse IDE by dot ID, and we will provide that value what we have copied from our web page, right? Next, by password equals to by dot, let's see what are the properties we have for password. We have ID here by dot ID, and let's search for that submit button as well. Equals to, so we will see what are the properties. Okay, we have ID again here for this submit button, so by dot ID. So all our elements are available now. So what next we are going to do? So we are going to write the methods to enter the data into the username, password, and clicking the submit button, right? So for that what we are going to do is, like, we are going to create one parameterized constructor for this login class. Okay, so if you guys are not aware about what is constructor and what is parameterized constructor, I would suggest, like, go and have a look on the videos available on the constructor. So it will help you to understand what exactly is constructor and why do we use this parameterized constructor in this case. Anyways, I'll explain you that in the later part of this video. So let me initialize the WebDriver. So we have to import org.openqa.selenium. So this error message will be gone. So why we have the error message still here? Okay, it's gone. This dot driver equals to driver. Okay, so now let's create some method to enter data into the username. Public void username data. Okay, so driver dot find element username dot send keys. So guest is our login name, username. So our function is ready to enter data into the username part. So we'll create another function to enter data into the password. Driver dot find element, so we have given the name as pwd there, dot send keys. It's test 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so now the clicking of submit button is pending, so we'll write a method for that as well. Public void click submit, driver dot find element, then we have given the name as submit button dot click. That's it. So we have written all the elements available on the login web page and the corresponding methods for those elements. So this class is separated out now, so we are going to write test cases where that test case will be interacting with this particular login class. So let me create another package altogether, test cases, and inside test cases package I will create a class that is my login test case. Okay, so now in this login test case, what we are going to do is like we will call our login class file where we have put all our elements and the methods corresponding to those elements, so that we can call those methods and we can perform our actions in this particular method, in this particular class file. So web driver equals to new Chrome driver. So let's import the first one, org.openqa.selenium, and I will copy this line of code, system.setProperty, and up to driver.get. Okay, yep. System.setProperty, then WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver, and I'm maximizing it. Driver.manage.timeout, I'm giving some implicit wait here, and driver.get the HTML page, the address I'm giving here. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, so we will call our login class. lc equals to new login class driver. Okay, so we have to import the class because it is in a different package. Yes, now the error message is gone. So as I told you that we have created a parameterized constructor in this login class. Why is like where exactly it is, yeah, public login class WebDriver driver, this dot driver equal to driver. So what we are doing here is like, while calling the login class in this test cases, in the test case, so we are providing the driver here, and this driver is this is basically WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver. So now our login class also knows that okay, this is the Chrome driver that is going to interact. So now we can call lc dot username data, then lc dot enter password, lc dot click submit button. Okay, so as you can see, this is our test case class file. Here we are not writing any single line of code for that particular login page. So the login page is here in a separate class file and in a separate package altogether. So we are interacting with that login class file from our test case. So let's run this and I hope this should run fine. So Chrome driver started successfully. So our test case is going to maximize the browser and it will provide the URL for particular web page. But username, password and clicking on submit button, this is done by the login page class file. So as you could see, our code worked fine. So now we have to modify this code little bit, because we are simply giving the system.set property in the main method only, then web driver equal to new chrome driver, then we are giving some generic line of codes in that particular method, but we should separate them out and we can keep them in a different place so that this can be utilized again and again. So but this is how basically the page object model works. So that was the main intention behind this. So in our case we should parameterize the username data and password data here, and rather than keeping it in the login class. So basically what we do is, like, we usually keep the username password either in a excel sheet or in a uh, object repository, so that it fetches the data from there rather than hard coding in the class file. So that's how. So this is like the basic of how page object model works. So in the next classes we will see how we can parameterize these methods. From here we can provide the data for the username, password, and how to separate out these lines of codes: system.set property and driver.get, driver.manage.windows.maximize. All these things we will separate out from our main test cases. So that's pretty much all for today. I hope you all are clear about how page object model works, and how we are separating out our test cases from the class files. Class files means basically where we are putting the elements of the particular web page. Thank you everyone for watching.